Mako, part 26. Thanks to Garmin, we're now sponsored by Garmin, and thank you, Garmin. We're sponsored. Not really, but it sounded cool. All the wiring in the console's done, and those of you that would remember, there used to be like a big old rat's nest. The only wires that you see are going to be zip tied away, like it's going to just be an open hole, and everything is wired correctly and tested. We got the new latest and greatest Clearview 5-inch Garmin side scan, blah blah blah, bells and whistles, $1 million fish finder. I should be done right now, but I'm not. For some reason this thing won't idle now. On my third carburetor rebuilt those two. I don't really know what I'm doing. This may end up going to a shop, but I didn't even see a video on these. This is a Nicky carburetor. They ran those from 86 to 89 on the Yamaha platform. But this is like the best one I've seen so far, but there's like this gel salt stuff going on. And dude, I'll be the first one to say I'm not the carburetor king, but all these little passages, we need them super clean, according to San Joaquin Marine, who kind of like told me how to do this stuff. And all this, you gotta just stay super organized. And all this should go back. I counted the turns on the fuel mixture screw. On the port side was 2, and on the starboard it was 1.75 screws out from deadhead, which is weird because the Yamaha books say 1 1/4 on the port and 7/8 on the starboard. But I'm gonna set it back and just kind of try to dial it in or take it to San Joaquin Marine. There was like these plugs on the side of it that like the mixture screws kind of make love with, and I just cleaned these out right now, but they had debris in them, and it was the first time I've actually took those plugs off, so I almost got to take off the other carburetors I've done. Full bore, it sounds healthy because we're running on straight gas now, but at an idle, it just won't idle at all. So this is my routine. Feel free to yell at me if I'm doing it wrong, because I fix tractors that have like diesel injectors in them. You don't fuck with this shit. But you got this can of shit, and you got a naked carburetor that has no plastics and no gaskets and such, and you just give her a bath. I'm embarrassed to say, but according to the book, you let it chill for 30 to 45 minutes. So, give me some room here. Get in there, you little shit. Little shithead. Shithead. I do recommend, if you do this at home, to wear gloves, because this stuff burns my skin for some reason. I think it's pretty caustic. So, like my buddy Ron Piphill would say, we're going to set it and forget it, and set a timer, which, we can go peck on something else. This thing wants to get wet so bad this weekend, and I hope it can happen. Likes of which I've never seen before. Anyway, looking good. Radio sounds good. All the switches back on. Let me hop up there and show you the new gauges the console has. It has this speedometer one, and I chose green as the backlit color. It hooks to this thing. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it has double-sided tape. It's got to live somewhere. That tells me my speed. It's also going to tell me my miles, and it tells you like the cardinal directions too. Got that as the backup. Got the new fuel gauge, which is reading full because the fuel is topped off. I did have a problem with the fuel gauge at first. I didn't hook up the ground to the tank on the ground accessory circuit. Fought that for a little bit. We got the new voltometer. Replaced like the old Yamaha style voltometer that wasn't working. Same trim gauge, which works now. I found the problem with it. And I also found the problem with this tachometer thing. Still got the Sirius XM hookup that integrates to the latest and greatest dual 40x4 iPlug MP3 radio. And we got the new Garmin. Kind of cool. It's got like I don't know, I still gotta play with it, but it's got I saw it had the Bill Dance one. Don't even know what the fuck that is. The clear view is so cool. It was looking at my grass pretty good. It hasn't seen any water yet. I do regret not having the 7-inch, but my bank account likes it. Because when you go to like 3 channels or 3 split screens, it's kind of small. But what I thought was cool about the RAM mount was if I was on the bow, you can turn it around. And now I don't have to be messing with my dad all day on the asking him if there's fish or asking him the depth. I did hook back up the old low rans just as a backup in case like the waypoints or something stopped working, like what happened to Kevin McLean that one time. I don't know. It's kind of like my new refrigerator. It never fucking works, but my old one always worked, you know what I mean? Anyway, same Yamaha remote, hooked up, working good, trims, and has a neutral safety start feature still. One part I lost was there was like a plastic thing that went there. I figured once I start cleaning I'll see it. But yeah, that's what we got so far. If this engine was running, I'd be fucking done, but hey, if it was easy, women and children would do it, so. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's hard, and women and children can do the same thing that men can do, so.